Hi. So, still planning to do more Evercade. And I got some more Mega Drive carts, and some more Mega Drive carts on the way. But I was looking to get a copy of Burger Time for the Atari 2600, because that's one of my fave arcade games, and so I tend to buy it on every platform that I can, in the form of the original arcade game. But it turned out that I've seen and heard that the 2600 version, which was published by M.Network, only in North America, was a pretty good version. So I looked on eBay for it, found a seller in Germany, and of course anytime I see a seller of something of interest, I like to see if they have other items, just to make the purchase more worthwhile, especially if it's coming from somewhere overseas. I don't want to get like one cart and end up spending more for postage than I do for the actual item, although I have in fact done that in the past, notably with Robotron for the Atari 7800. But I prefer to avoid that if possible. And this guy had a whole bunch of carts, so I got those in the post today. We've got Burger Time from M.Network with the distinctive, goofy, annoying to put in a rack cartridge shape. Flash Gordon from 20th Century Fox, which annoyingly has no end label. Why? Why isn't a name on the end label? Like, it wraps around, but you didn't bother to do that? I mean, I have a copy of Megaforce from 20th Century Fox, and that one they have an end label. I don't understand what happened here. Kangaroo. This is an Atari port of a Sunsoft arcade game, which is pretty good. Another M.Network game that I've been curious about. I've never played this. Actually, I've never played any of these, I don't think. No, I haven't. Kool Aid Man. Another M.Network one with the Kool Aid license. If you're European, you won't know, but this is basically like Crystal Light. I mean, we don't really do this kind of thing in the UK. We tend to have squash and high juice, so these are like diluting juices. But Kool Aid Man, Kool Aid is like a powdered drink. You could get it in a couple flavors in the 70s with tons of sugar in it, so that you could just add, you know, a packet of powder, which was like pretty decent size, with flavoring and sugar and color, into a jug of water and then give it to your kids. Or you could get smaller packets that had more flavor varieties, because of course parents became concerned about how much sugar is in this, and I want to control that, and so you could do your own. But that's what that was. So the fact that there's an Atari 2600 game with the license for it is kind of interesting. Look up the ads online, they're pretty fun. M.A.S.H, also from Fox, also no frickin' title on the end label. They bothered to make it wrap around. The label sucks. I don't know why they did this. It's going to be annoying. M.A.S.H Pac-Man. Never played this. It basically just looks like what Pac-Man should have looked like from looking at the pictures in the manual. This is a weird one. So this is Pac-Kong, which for some reason has an upside down label. And Pac-Kong, from what I've been able to tell, which has a picture of what looks like a transformer with antennas on the label, is a Donkey Kong clone. I think it's also known as Spider Kong and a few other things, but it's got some weird alternate levels in it. So it's not just, you know, a clone of Donkey Kong with a different name. So I'm curious to see what this is. I could not find any kind of manual for it online. The label seems kind of cheap. I mean, but weirdly, it's got the spring-loading plate inside, which you tend to only find on official Atari carts, like this silver label M.A.S.H Pac-Man. So that I'm very curious to see what that's about. And last but not least, we have from US Games Towering Inferno, based upon the movie from the 70s, starring Fred Astaire, among others, Steve McQueen and Paul Newman. It's a disaster movie from an era when there were a bunch of those. and it's worth a look. The fact that they did an Atari game of it, I mean, well, you know, they did an Atari game of M.A.S.H, the TV show, and the manual makes references to all the characters. And Flash Gordon, you'll see that the picture is of Max von Sydow as Ming the Merciless, so that's a tie-in, a movie tie-in as well. So a bunch of a collection of varied, interesting things. We got a couple arcade ports, or 3 arcade ports, and a bunch of weird stuff. So without further ado, let's play some Atari. So just to state up front that after confirming with people on the Atari Age forum, it looks like Burger Time and He-Man Masters of the Universe and the M Network release of Bump and Jump. Not the Telegames one, because Telegames republished in Europe and clearly did not use the same kind of bank switching method that M Network did on their North American release. Anyway, these cartridges do not work with the stock firmware on the 7800 Plus. There was a firmware update that was released recently, which apparently corrects this. Unfortunately, not having a Windows machine that I can upgrade my firmware with, and having the method that they use that requires this, I cannot upgrade to play this game. But I'm hoping that someday a Mac version will be released of the firmware updater, or they'll put out another version of this hardware, maybe one of the all black Vader ones, maybe a 6-switch Woody, who knows. And I will finally have a machine that does everything I want it to do. Moving right along, Flash Gordon. He just kind of moves on. Now when you hit 5 things in a row, you get to clobber you get the shield, which is a little dash that's top and bottom of me, and that makes you invulnerable. So I want to get away from there. Let's get away from that. Keeps you going, that's for sure. They don't want you to... Oh, my little... Now I can get the last thingy. Cleared. Yes. We are learning. We are learning this game. Oh, get away from the disruptor. Get the friend. Oh good, I shot the plus guy. They all froze. Ah, clobbered. Man. Oh, away from me. Flash Gordon, not bad. I actually was surprised. I thought that game would be pretty pants, but there I am getting 27,000 on my 3rd or 4th attempt. Cool. That's a keeper. Kangaroo. This is a game I actually kind of like in the arcade. I don't know why. I mean, it's a very simple one. Your mother kangaroo, you're going to get your baby, there's monkeys, they're throwing fruit at you. You can punch them in the face. This should work pretty good, I hope, with the D-pad. Press up to jump. I mean, it's basically, the controls are the same as the arcade. It's a one-button arcade game. You're jumping with your joystick control, and you are. It's pretty sensitive. I'm bouncing So I want to get the fruit. Okay. Come on, get the fruit. Oh, monkey. Oh! Someone dropped something on me. I didn't even see him up there. There's supposed to be a monkey up top throwing things at you. Oh no! Ah, man. Weak. Try it again. Can you duck? I don't know. Yes, you can. Okay. Bouncy, bouncy. The kangaroo. Hey! I rescued Junior. There's 3 levels apparently. Oops. Yeah, I cornered them there. So the graphics aren't as detailed as the arcade, but the core gameplay is the same. The silhouettes, you know, match what I remember. Certainly the monkeys, the animation of the monkeys looks very similar to the arcade game. Ah! I had my jump wrong. So, pretty cool. Not bad. I mean, you know, it's not setting the world on fire, but it captures the arcade gameplay. So if you're a fan of Kangaroo in the arcade, give it a whirl. Alright, next is Kool Aid Man. Now, Kool Aid. I was a fan of Kool Aid. I also liked Hawaiian Punch back in the day. That one was pre-mixed though. Although I think they did have Hawaiian Punch you could buy in a powder form to make your own. Right. Alright, so this game just kind of starts out now. Those things are called thirsties, the balls. If they have a straw, you can grab them. If you don't, you'll knock all around the walls. And you want to get the letters, which are the ingredients you need to make Kool-Aid, being water, W for water, K for Kool-Aid, and S for sugar. Now what they're drinking is a pool. I mean, the game logic here makes no sense to me. So you're trying to stop these guys from drinking your swimming pool, I guess, or something. I don't know. Okay, going through the flavors. So if you hit one of these guys, you can't control yourself. You start bouncing. And the thing is to let go. If you try to move yourself, it'll kind of extend the duration of the travails. So don't do that. Grabbing the letters not only makes you super Kool Aid Man, you can grab everybody, whether they're drinking or not. That's supposed to be a straw coming out there. It also restores your water levels, so it'd be nice if I got a thing. Oh, there we go. Hooray! I drank the Kool-Aid, or I am the Kool-Aid? I don't know. Oh, man. Water's getting low. Oh, I missed the cave. Oh, there we go. Game over. Yeah, that's hilarious. The game's over and it's still doing this thing. I mean, given it's a licensed tie-in for like a soft drink you can mix at home, that's not bad. I wanted to get it just because of the curiosity. You know, it's like Chase the Chuck Wagon, which is a game that's based on a frickin' dog food commercial. You know, which I always thought was a joke reference, but it is a real game that exists. All right, this is M.A.S.H. Based on the TV show, the popular TV show from the 70s. There are multiple game modes in this one, interestingly. Most of these don't have any game modes. They just start the game and they will do different things depending on the position of the difficulty switches. Some of these, you know, it's both difficulty switches. Like the left difficulty switch says, is this a 1 or 2 player game? And the right difficulty switch says, what difficulty is it? Or something goofy like that. You know, what's the game type? But this is an actual regular kind of Atari game. So you've got different modes here. So they're all competitive for some reason. One of you is Frank Pierce, who was Hawkeye's nemesis, sort of, in the TV show. I mean, it was a sitcom, so they're not going to be too serious about this. But this is the basic setup. So game 1, you got a North Korean tank at the bottom. We'll try to shoot your chopper. You're basically supposed to be competing to collect the most number of injured people from the battlefield. You can only carry 5, I think, 5 guys, and then bring them back, and then it'll go to a bonus round, which is kind of like Operation, the famous board game from Milton Bradley. And at the top there's an airplane. I don't know what the heck that's for, but all right. And then, so game 2 is the same, except it's 2-player, right? So the other one's a human being. Game 3, the difference is, what is this one? I think this one you're supposed to be picking up guys jumping out of the airplane. Colonel Potter, again I'm referencing the TV show here, but I did read this in the manual. Colonel Potter and his team of medical paratroopers. Wow, was that a thing in the Korean War? I don't know. Jumped out without their parachutes. So they're going to be falling out and you're trying to catch them before they hit the ground. 4 is the same with 2-player. 5 is basically the same as game 1, except that the chopper is smaller. So you can't pick up 5 guys anymore. 7 is just a game of Operation, but like competitive. This is the bonus round. 8 is the same with 2-player. So anyway, let's see what this thing's all about. So I'm the blue one. Oops, I got shot down already. Not really fair. Oh, the other guy's already gotten all the frickin' guys. Come on. Oh. Alright, so, no. Oh. Well, at least it counted them as my guys. I'll have to bring them back. Yay. It's like, why are we competing to see who can get the most guys off the battlefield? Completely crazy. The computer is kicking my behind because somehow, I mean, the tank is supposed to be shooting at whoever's got the most points, but I'm not getting that sense. I don't know why the trees are a problem. It's like, am I not flying above the trees? Okay, now we gotta go in here. So, there's a countdown. So I have to get the piece of shrapnel and not touch the sides. Alright, oh no! Yeah, there you go. There's the Operation tie-in. Oh. Well, I'm edging him. Oh, of course he gets shot down. Yes. See, this is what I remember about this game being advertised. It was like, ooh, yep, there we go. So the first person to get 999 points wins. Human over computer, hurrah. So, you know, that, I mean, I could look at the other game modes, but honestly, okay, well I want to see this Colonel Potter one, because this just sounds daffy as hell too. Really? We're going to ram each other trying to pick up... Oh god. They're really just plunging from the sky. I mean, you're all going to die. Stop doing that. Like, you don't know... Oh, I got shot down. The trees are really annoying. Alright. Let's get that shrapnel out, gents. The bonus points makes a big difference. The computer doesn't get to do that. If you play with a human being, of course, well, I think it's... I don't know how everybody gets a try or how it works. Oh god, I cannot. Carnage. These guys are just falling like flies. You know, they're dropping like flies. It's quite distressing. Oh, come back. Yes! Okay, is this all that we have? Is this all there is? Okay, let's Alright, this one the tank isn't shooting at us. That's right. Oh yeah, this is this one's mode's called ceasefire, so the tank isn't trying to kill us. Oh, what? He can go into the tree, but I can't? What kind of jive is that? Alright, let's get the shrapnel. No. The ferret face again. You know, I thought we couldn't carry as many guys in the smaller choppers, but to be honest, let's see what I got. 1, 2, 3, 4. I can still take 5. I don't know why it says in the manual that you can't take as many. No. Yeah, I lost this time. So there you go, there's M.A.S.H. I mean, a weird tie-in. I remember as a kid going like, why is there a M.A.S.H. Atari game? But they came up with something. Is it something good? No comment. I mean, it's not bad. I think it'd be more fun if you had another human being to play with. Alright, now we got Ms. Pac-Man. Which is supposed to be pretty good on the 2600. I also have this coming on the way for the Mega Drive. Just as apparently it's a really good version for the Mega Drive as well. One of those things I can't help myself. If there's a version of Burger Time for the Mega Drive, I get that. Heck, I got a Burger Time quarter arcade set up there and a Ms. Pac-Man. So I'm clearly a glutton for these things. Now, you see the cherry down there. There are different game modes. So this is the difficulty, basically. The cherry, you get 4 ghosts, a single little bear, you get 1, these are like the kitty modes, 2 ghosts, 3 ghosts, but we are original and best. And you can just press the button. Look at that! It's actually trying to play the music. As with Pac-Man, Junior Pac-Man, I find using the D-pad on the 2-button controller to be a little bit challenging. But this is actually a pretty good version of, you know, it's a good Pac-Man game. Like Junior Pac-Man. I mean, both of these. Yes, the dots are dashes, whatever. The ghosts are different colors. They move around in a pattern that's actually, you know, challenging to suss out. I mean, oh, that was a flub on my part. Accidentally hitting the D-pad the wrong way. But it just goes to show you that you can do a decent version of Pac-Man on the Atari 2600 if you give the guy more than, like, you know, a few weeks or whatever. I mean, the fruits actually look like fruits, you know, unlike in the original Pac-Man, they just had a block appear periodically, because it's like, right, you want the guy to make a game in time for Christmas. But just imagine if instead of what we ended up with, Atari had produced a Pac-Man game that looked like this. You would have had a lot less complaints and bad feeling. So, and would you have had a video game crash? Did Pac-Man cause the crash rather than E.T.? I don't know. Okay, now it's the orange. Ah! Oh, man. Instead of blue, we get a green ghost. Oh, man, they trapped me. What's going on there? Oh, we got like an attract mode. That's cool. Didn't get that in Atari Pac-Man. So yes, I approve. This is great. This is very nice. I do like my Pac-Man. And I like my Ms. Pac-Man. And I like my Junior Pac-Man. Alright, now this is the one that I've been wondering about. Pac-Kong. Right there, written on the screen. I don't know why this is called a Donkey Kong clone. This doesn't look like frickin' Donkey Kong to me. Alright. So the button jumps. Whoa, okay. So what the weird thing at the top is throwing, is like a bat? What the hell is that? Come on, what was that? There's like, okay, so these things are different. Are those feathers? Okay. There's a timer at the bottom. I honestly don't know what the goal is here. Okay, this time I didn't fall. Okay, I got to the top. Oh, I turned into a skull. How many lives do I have left? I don't even know. Well, the size of the platforms is slightly different. Oh, the collision detection sucks. Okay, so it's telling me I got one life left, I think. After this. Come on. Well, that's Pac-Kong. I don't know what the hell is going on there. Why it's called Pac-Kong, like instead of Pac-Man. I mean, that's how it's written, right? It's hyphenated. Pac-Kong. Weird. It's a curiosity. It's worth keeping just for that curiosity factor, I think. Alright, and the last game, Towering Inferno. It's a shame I couldn't get Burger Time running, but at least we got Towering Inferno. Alright, so did I just press the button here to go? Nope, gonna hit the reset switch. Oh, look, there's different things and you can play 1 or 2 player. Alright, there's all the floors. Alright, so here's my fireman guy. So I'm putting out the fire. You're trying to put out enough of the fire to rescue survivors. So those are individual, I can't remember what they call them, fire somethings, fireballs or whatever, and you know, the big ones I've called a firewall. Oh, I got burned to death. That's what happens, like the number of lives you have, those are actually supposed to be reserve firemen. And then you leave. Leave, go to the next floor. No? Okay, do we go out here? What? No, okay. I guess we rescued some people. Oh, that's right, the people up at the top, that's the number of people that are needing rescue. And the longer it takes you to put out the fire, the more of them will die, if I remember correctly. So you need to... Yeah, see, it's flashing now. Oh, somebody bought the farm. I hope it wasn't Fred Astaire. And then the reserves, your little squares at the bottom, those are your reserve firefighters. And if you, oh God, they're all dying. Your reserve firemen, you know, they, okay. I don't know why I press the button to do that. And then we go out. And the 2 survivors run away from the helicopter. Okay. So when the fire thing's big, it's called a firewall. And then you shoot it and it breaks up into smaller fires. Oh, another firefighter bites the dust. Put the fire out. Oh man, can I rescue more than 2 people? I don't get the feeling that I can. It's just too chaotic. There we go. Come back over fire. There we go. There's only 1 guy left. Come on. Oh no, don't. Oh. Really? So if I can't save anyone on the floor, that's it. The whole game's over. Everybody dies, I guess. Wow. What a disappointment. Anyway. Towering Inferno. And just for fun, Towering Inferno. I'll say it again. And that's Towering Inferno. That was fun. So there's my latest batch of carts. So the next ones for the Atari that I am expecting would be the Opcode Games re-releases of their 7800 ports of Moon Cresta and Popeye, which I'm very much looking forward to. I also still have an order outstanding with Atari Age, but I understand those can take a while. That would be Venture Reloaded and Lunar Lander. I'm looking forward to those. I'm hoping I'll get them before the end of the year, but we shall see. But until then, keep gaming.